Guys, I am so excited. Welcome from 80s to everything. I'm Papo. This is Nelson. Let's get it started.
Want a bowl of donuts, Coach?
Bowl of donuts?
So, how do you want to start, brother? I mean, here we are after months of planning.
That we're gonna have something now that we're gonna be able to kind of give people a break from everything. I mean, just to kind of go back to a time. I don't know if you call it a simpler time, but just a time that, man, it just seemed like nothing can stop us. I mean, you have this guy back here, and like the games that are behind you. Come on, that was time. That was time where everybody, it was just all fun, man. Just to bring it back, to give some levity, man.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it?
Oh, dude. Every time we talk about the 80s, it just brings back memories of you and me growing up with a bowl of cereal, watching cartoons, and it was like clockwork, man. I mean, during the week, did we want to wake up early for school? No.
No.
But when it came to Saturdays, dude, we were up early in the morning with the bowl of cereal on the sofa, getting ready to watch our cartoons, man. And this
right
is what it's
now-
all about, dude.
And
This
right
is
now,
what it-
I know we can't really like get together, but soon we're gonna be doing the show here, together, with all this social distancing and everything like that that's going on. But there's no politics. That's one thing you guys gotta find out, that we're not gonna really get into politics. We might hit on some things that are going on, but nothing that we're not
No.
taking sides. We're gonna stay. The politics of the 80s, politics of 90s, politics of now, it's everything. We're going to get into no politics, but everything that was great, man. Everything that shook the world, everything that kind of changed the world, you know what I mean? Like, I'm serious, like I said about Optimus Prime, that changed toys, man.
Yeah, and it's like that Netflix show, man. The toys that made us. Well, for us, growing up, it was like the 80s made us. You know what I mean? He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers, The Goonies, Ghostbusters, like all these things that, was in the movies, it was on TV. Cereal was a constant thing on commercials. Every commercial you saw was some kind of cereal, like C3PO cereal. You had donut cereal. I mean, every little thing, man.
Believe it or not, my favorite cereal at the time was Donkey Kong.
Oh my gosh.
That Donkey Kong cereal, dude, it hurt. I'm not gonna lie. There was times where I would bite into them because they weren't soft enough, and my gums was bleeding, but man, it tastes so good.
Yeah.
And no, I didn't have gingivitis. It was cut into your gums. It was so good. And that was the era where you thought things were never gonna go away, but did.
Yeah.
And it was, and you didn't realize it.
Yeah, looking back now, man, it's like, if there was a decade that I wanted to go back to, man, it would be the 80s. It would have to be the 80s, man. I mean, to me,
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I've never lived in the 60s. I remember some of the 70s, man, but from 1980 to 1990, that was the decade that really, I think, was the decade that we had the most fun in, man.
Well, it was what they called the decade of excess. I mean, you had these crazy things that were going on, that people were spending money like, it was water. I mean, you had like Miami Vice. Look at that book.
Oh, we graduated. We graduated with suits that were Miami Vice themed.
Man,
At least I did.
you did. I didn't. I had a regular suit. I'll see if I can find that picture and I'll put it up there.
Yeah, let's see
What
if we
though?
find it. What's that?
My 8th grade picture I did.
Oh, you did. You did.
Yes, in my 8th grade picture. Really terrible suit. Really terrible suit and terrible hair. But, and then we'll get into stuff like that. People's styles, man. The styles that are coming back. The styles that people are doing now.
Dude.
That you tell them, hey, man, that's a style we used to do. They don't believe it, but it did.
Yeah. And toys, man. Man, you're lucky enough that you kept a lot of your toys, like the Castle Grayskull. You got your He-Man. You got your Transformers. I mean, those are some cool things. You have the Garbage Pail Kids. I like to see, I want to talk about that and show people all the memories we had with those cool Garbage Pail Kids, man. Just things like that. This is what this show is about. We want to bless others. We want to have a good time. And we want to hear what people like you want us to talk about. So if you have any ideas, please let me or my brother know, and we'll be happy to talk about it.
Yeah,
And that's
leave everything right in the comments below.
yeah,
Things that you guys want to hear, things that you guys want to talk about, things that, and then we'll see as time progresses to put like a live show where you guys have questions running while we're on. You know what I mean? And we'll answer as best as we can. Like I said, this is just our first show to kind of introduce ourselves. And again, I'm Nelson. That's my brother Papo. And another thing you guys need to know is we're Chicago. We were born and raised in Chicago, so
I'm a transplant here in Atlanta, in Dallas, Georgia. 40
transplant
minutes
here in Florida.
Yeah.
So, but we'll talk about how it was because we can't really relate how it was in many cities, even though it's kind of the same. But let you know how it was growing up in Chicago. The time that we had.
Yeah, it was a time where we begged to stay outside. It could be 12 midnight, and we never wanted to go inside. Mom practically had to grab us and pull us inside the house. You don't see that.
You remember that time that we sat outside? It was you, me, Patrick. Patrick, who's a friend of ours, has a show called Smoke and Mirrors. You guys got to check that out, man. It's an awesome show that they hit on all the topics of today. And
Yeah.
let's see if we can throw a link to their channel. But when we used to sit, remember when we one time we were singing under the lights?
Yeah. Right at the corner.
Yeah,
Right at the corner. Yeah. I mean, it was like
and we
super
were
late.
singing theme songs to shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just those memories, the times where you weren't talking to your friends through a phone. Either you saw your friend that day or you didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you knew where everybody was by the bikes that were on the yard.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of bikes on our front yard. Everybody knew, hey, everybody's in the backyard.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you knew. That's where you
Yeah.
You had your Hangouts, you had your Facebook, you had your of that time. There wasn't that you actually see a person.
Oh man. Yeah, dude. And it was like, man, I remember we had some friends of ours, man, that they would just have like their dragons, like was it Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how often they played, but you could see them carrying their books and going into their homes and playing the game.
Yes.
I mean, it was just a social networking, social dynamic neighborhood, man. I mean,
and it's something, man, how your friends back then, if you were friends with somebody, it wasn't because you connected through an app to make friends. You had a friend that had a friend that was down the block, and now they were your friend. And just in those times, man, you we're not trying to say that the 80s were the best, but the 80s were the best. It's just, you could take it as an opinion. Everybody from the 80s will tell you it's a fact. It was just the music alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's playing that music now because it's music from a great era.
Yeah. I totally agree, man. I totally agree. I mean, recording, I wish I could have held on to a lot of my recordings that we used to put on tape. That's all gone, but here we are, man. This is what it's all about, man. We just want to make people happy with some of the things that we're going to offer on. I'm going to have my family involved too. You might see a couple days where my wife's going to be here with me. My kids will be here with me. My mother-in-law. Yeah. So this is going to be it's not going to be just me and my brother Nelson doing this show. It's going to be a family type of thing, and it's going to involve, and this will be later on down the line. It's gonna have some carpentry. It's gonna have some crafts, and it's gonna have some 80s cartoons. So it's gonna be a little bit of everything, and we don't want to overwhelm everybody but we're gonna start it off like this, and I hope people like it, you know. And we're gonna keep it going. This is something that we have a passion for. This is our dream, and I'm super happy to be doing it with you, brother.
Same here, brother, man. I'm blessed, man. Because you know, I mean, if you guys want to know, look, this is my best friend. This is the person that we used to just, you know, come up with ideas to do stuff at the house and record it ourselves. And
yeah,
we used, so you're gonna see that we're gonna, right now it's not, you're not really seeing our characters, seeing us the way we are, but we crack up, we have laughs, we'll be doing stuff, we'll be showing not only cartoons, but if we can, get shows of our time, like Welcome Back Kotter and Mork and Mindy and stuff like that.
Land of the Lost.
And doing comparisons.
Yeah.
Right, exactly, Land of the Lost. Crazy shows like that, man. And doing comparisons of a movie back then compared to a movie now that kind of, you know, they kind of mirror each other somewhat.
Right. Yeah.
And kind of our opinion, not anybody else's, you know, but we'll be throwing in facts that we find and of how we felt when we watched it and how we feel now from watching it, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I mean, there's stuff that came out back then that don't hold up now.
Yeah.
But they held up for us then, you know.
Yeah.
And they, you know, like back then the price, and it's weird how you take stuff from then, bring it now. Like you'll have Atari 2600. Probably, I think our father paid like $200 for it back then or something like that. And in comparison to now, that's like $1,000 for a system.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
But man, we just want you guys to enjoy it. Right now we're doing this through a Zoom meeting. But we'll be, you know, getting more into it, especially when things start to clear up and you know, and it'll evolve. And we want you guys to come on, you know, for the ride with us.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of a ride, I'm gonna be joining my brother in a couple weeks, so I'll be there with him in Florida. So that's a nice ride that I'm anxiously excited. I'm really excited to go ahead and meet my brother and go out there and just do the show from his house. So
we already know each other though, but you know.
Meet up with you. Hang out. So yeah, dude. Oh man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to know that we're finally doing this, brother. So
yeah.
now, and I'm blessed to know that we're gonna be able to bless others. And like you said earlier, man, please let us know your opinions. Be open with us. Give us ideas. You know, anything that you could tell me and my brother that's gonna help us improve the show. We're completely open. So feel free to do that. We're here to bless each other and you guys, because this is truly a blessing to just be talking about you know, things of the past and then bringing it up to you guys. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys subscribe. Hopefully you guys, you know, stick around. There's gonna be bumps. You know, right now we're starting off, but it's gonna get better and it's gonna be awesome. You guys just stick in there with us, and we're not gonna disappoint you.
Yeah.
So
me and my brother, this is from 80s to everything, and God bless you all, and stay tuned for the next episode. We're gonna be around for a long time.
have a good one, everyone.